Please call a roll.
Trustee Abbott,
Here.
Trustee Frost,
Present.
Trustee Garcia,
Here.
Trustee Gupta,
Yep.
Trustee Malone,
Here.
Trustee Maniscalco,
Here.
President Skillman.
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have no proclamations tonight. Public comment.
Chris Kaiser.
Mr. Caius.
Chris Kais, I apologize.
This is Pius Caius. You hadn't noticed.
We'll make fun of him tomorrow.
Good evening,
Rotary.
President Skillman and trustees. Thank you for letting me speak on the important matters of the Kane County. I'm Kane County Board member from District 23, which is Algonquin and Carpentersville. And just a couple, 3, 4 items. Just a reminder that the new Kane County Clerk's office in Elgin is open, as it has been, and can provide, especially at this time of year, certified copies of birth certificates, which are often required for school enrollment at this time. So just a reminder of residents of Kane County that that's much easier than going to Geneva to get it. It's right down here off of 90. And if you need an address, I can get it to you, or you can look it up at canevotes.org. Second item, America 250 video. The county commissioned and has a video that was released on it premiered on with 25 community members from across the county reading portions of the Declaration of Independence. So each covered a sentence or a sentence and a half. The video was part of a national synchronized reading program and is available to watch and share at the KaneCountyConnects.com. That's what's our newsletter online. You may notice you'll see June Keebler in there reading a section. So
We finally made it. Yeah.
June. But there was a member from each one of the county boards, districts, including June from our district. Kane County has recently been listed as number 17 in the nation for business growth from January 25 to March 26 by Site Selection Magazine. Kane County joined Cook County to make the top 20 in the state of Illinois, top 20 nationally, which highlights our continued success in attracting business, as you guys are a part of, attracting business here in Carpentersville, investing in creating jobs. And then lastly, if you want some really good reading that'll keep you awake at night, the 2027 budget has been put on public display down at the county, just to let you know that we're actually getting some work down there done. It's been on public display. The proposed budget is balanced and reflects the county's continued commitment to maintaining essential services and responsible fiscal management. And I wrote that myself. Thank you.
That's
Any
awesome.
questions? Thank you for.
Is the fair still going on?
No, fair's over.
It was over Sunday.
Wednesday, well, actually Thursday. The carnival opened Wednesday. It was Thursday through Sunday. Hottest and stormiest weekend
Yeah.
of the year, naturally. It was a steamer. They had the ribbon cutting at 3:00 on Thursday. I went down for that. So look for my picture in their monthly release from the
Put it right in the
county
fire pit.
prayer board.
Thank you.
Always present. Yes. Thanks for what you guys do for the
Thank
building.
you. Okay. Next item will be consent agenda. All items listed on the consent agenda will be enacted by one motion. There'll be no separate discussion on the item unless the trustee so requests. In that event, the item will be removed for general order of business and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. Looking for a motion?
A motion to approve the consent agenda items A through F.
I'll second.
Yes. Motion by trustee Malone, second by trustee Garcia. Roll call, please.
Trustee Frost,
Yes.
Trustee Garcia,
Yes.
Trustee Gupta,
Yes.
Trustee Malone,
Yes.
Trustee Maniscalco,
Yes.
Trustee Abbott,
Yes.
President Skillman.
Yes, motion carries. Thank you. Next item would be old business. We have no old business, so new business.
Yeah.
Stewart?
Thank you, President Skillman, Board of Trustees. The first item under new business tonight is related to what was in the board packet, and it will introduce or reintroduce two members from Corrigan Clark, who I know many of you have already met with and worked with to some extent, Brian Kronwitter, as well as Nathan Cox. What they've done is based on some preliminary feedback at the staff and board level. They have introduced what were the two different concept designs really focused on the, let's just say the ceiling and structure of the walls around the board meeting or the boardroom for the newly designed building. At your dais, the first three pictures in that packet would represent the open concept design, which was really the original concept design, but based on feedback to maybe look at tightening up the space a little bit, as well as some concerns about the windows being directly behind the board dais. They've also proposed what would be the fourth, fifth, and sixth renderings in the small packet at the dais. I do want to point out things like the color of the dais, the background, the foxes being green. This is all just rendering. None of that is intended to be for final design purposes. We're really looking at the concept of the open space feel with the windows behind the dais, or if the board's preference is more of the closed space, more closed ceiling, and having more of like what we have right now with the paneled background directly behind the dais. With that, I'll turn it over to Brian and Nate.
Can you save this? Reuse it,
We can save the sign, maybe.
remove and reset.
The paneling, obviously, that's a very traditional look, very common for many village boards to have a dais that has a backdrop of a wood paneling. So we wanted to at least offer that opportunity to show you that, as well as the ceiling plane, which, there's a pretty large difference between the two. One is a more of an open feel, which you'll see some structure, painted structure, more of a modern feel to it, with acoustical clouds hanging from the structure above. That's the open concept with the windows in the background. The windows would have motorized shades on them. So when you needed to control the light in that back of the dais, you would hit a button and the motorized shades would come down. So you wouldn't have to be contending necessarily with glare. That would be my fear, is during the summer months, of course, the sun's still out there, the glare might become too challenging, but you could drop the shades. In the wintertime, it's really not a big issue. You can leave the windows wide open. The other thing is some boards have a security fear of having windows behind you. We could, if we decided to go that route, you could put a ballistic film on the windows if that was a concern, but that's something just to be aware of. Without the windows directly behind you, less of a concern. Really, it's a matter of preference. There is a slight upcharge to the more traditional look because of the coffered ceilings, which have drywall all around the ceiling plane. Takes a little more effort than just painting the structure above and then dropping clouds. We're here to get some direction from you guys, because we need to make a determination on the windows primarily, because we're getting ready to bid some components of the building, and we need to decide on a window plane. The interiors, would be nice to get that out of the way today too, if possible.
So just for reference for the board, as Brian had just mentioned, the upcharge with the second option, and it's an estimate at this point, but it would be about a $50,000 price differential. I do also want to point out just two things in case they're of concern of anybody on the board while we're looking at the boardroom. Number one, we have already given the signal to proceed with the bathroom in the executive conference room, which I know was important to some perspective. So that's already underway. That is the current design plan. And also we are going to continue to address just the curvature of the dais itself. So again, we're really not looking at those items. I just don't want anyone to be distracted by that, and also understand that we are continuing to try to develop all of those aspects. So
Thank you for the clarification, Brad. Any comments, questions from the group?
I have a question. On the new boardroom, is there going to be a rooftop?
For the
Board.
board, there'll be a dedicated rooftop that will be not on the roof of this, but off the new addition over here.
Okay. Because I noticed that, I mean, obviously it's just a concept drawing, but there's no ductwork, there's no electric.
Well, the ductwork was conveniently left
The-
out
all
of the
that.
open, of the open
To
ceiling.
me,
Although
it looks fine if it's a bar.
So the.
My garage?
Look at the roof of Randall Roadhouse. That's what this will look like.
It's an open.
There's roof drains,
Yeah, we're
there's
not,
ductwork, there's electric, there's sprinklers.
what number, Brad?
It's going to be packed.
It will have all those things. They'll be painted.
So that's,
to-
this is
to
not
stay
what
on.
you're going to be looking at. You're going to be
You will
seeing,
see ductwork in there. correct.
like I said, go to Randall Roadhouse and look at the ceiling.
Yeah.
Want an idea? I mean, it looks fine there,
I was looking
but
for
we need an
number.
air of authority here,
well, if you start
not a bar.
That's why I wanted to give you the option
It's
of,
just my opinion.
yes, that's why the second option is
I
out
think,
there.
I think the second one looks great, personally.
I agree with you.
I agree.
The second.
Yeah, second. Closed.
That was easy.
That was easy.
Okay.
There it is. Onward, forward. Any other comments that I
It's
can
more
offer?
polished, I think.
Yeah, it looks a lot nicer.
So, oh, I'm sorry.
No, just a question for me, I guess, myself and the rest of us, maybe. The water department, the glass behind you.
Mhm.
When we come up with the front window, is that going to be bulletproof?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's really bullet resistant, just to be clear. There's
One
nothing
department.
bulletproof.
Yeah, whatever you call it now.
Bullet resistant is
Polar, yeah.
Well,
Just for the record.
all of our windows, right? The
anything on the
public-facing-
transaction counters will
windows,
have
yeah.
bullet resistant
Yeah,
glass in it.
Yep.
that's good.
And what-
Thank you.
and the walls will also have
I
bullet
do have
resistance to them too.
Yes.
I do have a question. The bottom part of that bulletproof is also going to be cinder block or something like that, correct?
For what?
Underneath the bulletproof glass?
There'll be a bullet resistant panel that is behind the drywall.
Okay.
Oh.
I thought so.
Okay.
When we went to look at other buildings.
Yeah, that's a common
Like
practice.
Downers
and
Grove and Romeoville. We
It
looked
looks, you can't even tell the bullet resistant panels there because it's a finished space or finish in front of it.
I built several
It'll be
gas
safe
stations.
stuff.
That's why I'm asking.
We got you. And the dais will have a bullet resistant front on
The
it.
curvature.
No, it'll be bullet
No.
resistant.
So we can dive.
Oh, that's so nice.
We can hide under.
Yeah, I can, I don't need.
You'll need the duct
It
though.
won't hit my,
Is it pitchfork?
it won't hit my knee, but hit me in the head, right?
All right. Well, and do we have anything else we need these guys, or they could get back in their cars and leave?
We're good?
No, thank you. Thank you for your time. It sounds like
Yeah.
there's unanimous board
Appreciate it.
direction to proceed with what would be the enclosed design concept. So we can
Onward,
work with
forward.
that.
Thank you so
and-
much for your
Thank you.
quick decision making. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
See one.
All right.
All right, very good.
And then the next, actually 4 items on the agenda will be presented by Assistant Director, Public Works Director Zidlowski. Just a suggestion, unless somebody wants further discussion or to do something outside of approval, we could hold off on a motion until all 4 items have been presented if the board wants to do just a single motion in the sake of efficiency.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. I was going to ask our attorney about that.
No.
I'm
I
kidding.
concur.
I'm kidding.
Thank you.
As Manager Stewart said, I have 4 items for you this evening. I'm actually going to talk about item C first, and then follow with item B. So item C is a award to Copenhagen. This is for the fueling and site grading improvements over at the South Lot of Public Works. It did come in over budget. That was due to, at the time, our estimates, we don't do a lot of fueling projects, were low, and there were several scope changes. So talking with finance, we're just going to use some balance reserves from Old Town TIF number 5. And speaking with village manager, we're going to move forward with that. If approved this evening, we're scheduled to have a pre-con with the contractor early next week. And those improvements are going to include moving the fueling dispensers into the concrete area already existing in Public Works. Piping underground to the tank. Right now, we have to run hoses every 6 weeks or so. It's a mess. We have spillage. It's not a good thing. And you have to air them out and dry them. So that'll eliminate that problem. A new software system, a canopy with lighting, and then hard surfaced entrance into the south parking lot site, and then mass grading and final grading for the future, not future, but the near future training facility for the fire department will be there as well. And so that's before you this evening. And real quick with the fire department training, we're gonna Public Works work with the fire, got that out to various vendors, and I believe it's due tomorrow at 3. We should be getting, we got 3 back already, but the cutoff is tomorrow at 3. So that'll hopefully be before you at the next board meeting for recommendation. The second item is item B. Item B is the engineering oversight for the construction of the Public Works facility. HR Green was asked to handle that. They did the design for that. That did come over budget a little bit as well. I believe it was $35,000 over budget. Again, we discussed that with Manager Stewart, and we'll work with the finance department to get that any budget transfers we need to do, and that'll also recommended to come out of TIF 5 as well. So that's before you this evening as well. And then item D. This is for the dredging of the Newport Cove subdivision pond to Integrated Lakes Management Incorporated. This pond hasn't really been maintained in this type of a scope ever. It's been herbicide and we've raked it and things like that, but this is a full-blown dredging where they'll come in and actually excavate a lot of the organic material that's on the surface, as well as the sediment that's occurred for 30 plus years. And they'll take that out. And that sediment is really the organic base of where the algae is coming from. So that should be a big help maintaining the air quality in that. They won't have all that stagnant organic material down there. That did come in over budget as well, $84,000. And again, I believe they want to use TIF funds to offset that cost. So that is before you this evening for $227,261.44. And then the last item is item E. This is for the village resurfacing project. We opened bids with Tree Construction as the apparent low bidder at 1.4 million and change. Again, fortunately, it did come over budget. There was some scope changes with that as well. We added, I believe it's 7 or 8 locations for some more speed tables. We're replacing a pedestrian sign with a flashing beacon at one location. And then we're also resurfacing 8 streets. When we looked at Queens Court, that was on the schedule to be resurfaced. There's a lot more failure on that section of roadway than just a couple of base repairs and resurface would fix. So we're going to actually remove all that down probably a good foot, put in 8 inches of stone and then 4 inches of asphalt, get that built properly. Resurfacing just wouldn't do anything with it. So that did change the scope and the estimate a little bit. But again, that would go to Triggy Construction for that work. And there's some other little odds and ends too, little curb work and things that are also in the scope of work for this. And those are the 4 items. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have on those.
Any questions?
I do have a question.
Sure.
The Newport Cove pond dragging or drilling, whatever you call it.
I'm sorry?
That there's an HOA on that Newport Cove pond, right?
So the history with Newport Cove, Trustee Garcia, is you would think that there is, but there isn't. When Newport Cove was developed back in the 1990s, that pond was actually dedicated to the village for the village's ongoing maintenance, which is part of the challenge. Part of the reason that we had a bit of a creep scope on this particular dredging project, last year when we had budgeted this, we were only going to do one half of the cove, thinking that that's all that needed to be done. We have had nothing but problems. I mean, we've been fighting algae in that cove, which is creating a cycle of problems. We'll replace a pump, we'll replace a fountain. Look at our fine firefighters here. I don't know if either of you were underwater cleaning out some of that equipment, but we've had our dive team out a couple of times a year just trying to battle this algae and the sediment buildup in the pumps and the water feature. We have the fountain in the middle of it. So it is the village's responsibility, Trustee Garcia. If we had the ability to go back in time, I would have certainly advised that this be maintained by an HOA, but in this case, it is the village's maintenance.
Correct me if I'm wrong. There is 2 ponds, correct?
There's one pond that has 2 prominent sections. So the original scope was going to be 1 section and now it's 2 because we just want to make sure this is done right and we're not messing with this again a year from now, 3 years from now, that we get it done right.
One thing that's gonna help is the willow trees that were around it for years are gone. That's gonna add to the longevity of this dredging. Not gonna have that material falling in the pond every year.
Well, there's a creek runs into there too
Right.
there's a creek that runs into there
Yeah, that's
Two.
added some of the sedimentation, some
on
of
the
it
north side
washed in there, yeah. So
Yeah.
30 years of that as well.
probably from up from Raceway Woods.
Thank you.
It all runs up there, right?
And this will be the first dredging of that pond.
Yeah,
It's never happened before, so it's time.
and I keep adding this, I apologize, but the reason it's a little bit more expensive too, to add to it is, this isn't clay lined, it's got a membrane. Oh, the operation of dredging is a little more tedious, a little more time consuming, because you don't want to rip and tear the membrane. You want to leave that tacked. So that's why it's a little
It's like
more costly.
reflecting pond.
Washington.
Thinking too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Oh, no.
Brad, stay away. Okay, well, thank you. Okay, I'm looking for a
Thank you.
motion under new business on letters B, C, D, and E as presented.
I'll motion to approve new business items A through E B through E as presented.
I'll second it.
Okay, thank you. Motion by Trustee Garcia, second by Trustee Gupta. Roll call, please.
Trustee Garcia,
Yes.
Trustee Gupta,
Yes.
Trustee Malone,
Yes.
Trustee Maniscalco,
Yes.
Trustee Abbott,
Yes.
Trustee Frost,
Yes.
President Skillman.
Yes, thank you. Motion carries. Manager Stewart.
All right. Thank you again, President Skillman, Board of Trustees. It is event season, so I'm going to run down just what we have going on. Actually, tonight is the second concert in the park featuring Wildwood County. This Thursday, a reminder that 11 a.m. will be the Chambers ribbon cutting for Angry Jean's Pizza. So if anyone's available to attend that, please do. Friday, July 24th, will be the inaugural Guns N' Hoses Children's Laser Tag event at Carpenter Park. That did get sold out pretty quickly. So actually all the children's programming for the summer had sold out very quickly. So that's really a good sign of what we've been doing with our new community engagement activities on the police side. So thank you, Chief Stankiewicz, and obviously Officer Compton as well for those efforts and everyone else. I know there's more than them. Saturday, August 1st, the Lions Club will be holding a bicycle safety course by Main Street Bicycles in the parking lot. Chief Anashevitz will have 2 on-duty firefighters. Is that the plan right now? Okay. We will have some presence there. Also on August 1st, the Moose Lodge is holding a pig roast at the lodge location, running from noon until 10 p.m. The Moose Lodge is also helping us sell wristbands at Jamboree Days. So appreciate their support if anyone has the opportunity to support the Moose Lodge. Tuesday, August 4th, which will be the night of our next board meeting, is National Night Out from 5 o'clock until 8 o'clock at Carpenter Park. And I'll defer to Trustee Maniscalco for Jamboree Day updates, but I do want to thank the Rotary Club for sponsorship in the amount of $2,500. I know I see three Rotary members up here on the dais, as well as Mr. Caius in the audience. So we thank you for your support of Jamboree Days. That was very thoughtful. And also to the Village Board, Tuesday, August 11th at 9 a.m. is the Trinity Datta Yoga Center's event in its at its location, which is 225 South Kennedy, just basically off of Grandview there. And they will be hosting a notable Swami from India who will be visiting their location for a period of time. So on the development side, the developer of the property north of the former Dominic's building did communicate with us today that they plan to submit their initial plans and draft redevelopment agreement to be presented by the third week of August. So that's coming up. That is also consistent with what they have communicated as their continuing hope of getting through all, basically, let's just say, village approvals by the end of this year to be ready to go in the spring for construction. Also, the Fox Valley Church is planning to begin its construction in the next month. The stormwater improvements to be completed this year, which leaves the door open for us to begin the Huntley Road access drive to Menards in 2027, which remains our goal. So do want to thank, I see Ben is here as well as Justin from Finance at the dais. You'll also see the hard copies of the popular annual financial report. I know this was distributed electronically as well. Any members of the public, this is also on our website. If you go to our financial transparency link, it's there. And this is really, unlike Mr. Caius, who was trying to get us to read the entire county's budget, this is actually intended to be more of, let's just say, a layman's or Reader's Digest version of what would be our full comprehensive or annual comprehensive financial report in a way that's hopefully impactful to people who don't necessarily need the reading material to fall asleep at night. So with that, so thank you for being here. And Justin was actually the primary author of that document. So thank you to him for that. President Skillman and I will continue working with Metro West on what would be maybe a next phase of affordable housing legislation that may be discussed at the state level. So we'll have our next meeting on that actually Thursday night to meet with Metro West. And really good news, really good news. I want to finish with good stuff. This has all been good though, right? It's all good. We just received news today from the Illinois Municipal League that video gaming terminals will automatically be programmed to collect the penny per push tax for the couple of dozen municipalities who had implemented that ordinance back in 2021. So that will be effective no later than July 1st, 2027. We're still awaiting official word from the Illinois Gaming Board, but that would be a significant source of revenue for the village, which might help defray the need for other revenue sources in future budget years. We're very happy about that. And to be clear, that will be a looking forward implementation. We will still have an open question as to how to reconcile from October 30 or November 1st, 2021 until they put the switch in those games that makes them automatically collect. So we will still be
So I'm sorry, it's retroactive?
the
Day we implemented that ordinance.
So, two-part answer. So Trustee Garcia, it is the implementation of the collection instrument would be from the day it's installed, which will be no later than next July by what we're being told right now. So that will be forward looking. As for the period of time for what is ostensibly the past 5 years plus by that point, there is nothing automatically that is going to give us that money. We have entered a tolling agreement as this board has approved on a number of occasions in recent years to basically wait for the day that there's resolution at the state level on this issue. So we have kept our powder dry to go after the retroactive penny per push revenues, taxes that should have been collected and remitted to us for the past 5 years. So that will remain an open item until there's, I guess, either a settlement or other resolution.
Okay, thank you.
And that is my report.
Thank you. Okay. Trustee and committee reports. Trustee Maniscalco.
Thank you. As Brad said, after the board meeting today, we have the concert in the park with Wildwood Country playing. Dundee Township Lions Club will be serving food, and we have Kona Ice on available also. Jamboree Days, it's almost here. We've been planning this for so long. It's next weekend, August 7th and 8th. We have Star 105, Joe and Tina's that will be broadcasting live on Friday night. We have Buck Cherry playing Friday night, and that should be exciting. We're also going to have collectible Jamboree Days cups and event t-shirts available. Saturday morning, we're going to have our first ever Little Jamboree Days talent showcase where our local kids are going to showcase their talent. So that should be fun. We also want to thank in advance our sponsors, village staff, vendors, and volunteers who've made all of this possible. We're really looking forward to a great fest, hoping for great weather. Then after that, we have Fall Fest, September 19th coming up. Planning's underway for that. And we're currently accepting vendor applications for our community market that's going to feature local small businesses and artisans. There's going to be an abundance of kids' games and activities, and it's worth mentioning that those kids' activities are free of charge. I know, when you've got a little one, it gets so expensive. You take them to the pumpkin farm and it costs a fortune, but ours are all going to be free of charge. So that's exciting. And that's all I have.
Great, thank you. Trustee Frost.
I drove down Carpenter Boulevard today. It's fantastic. Anybody that's been in this town for any length of time was always the bumpy road, and fabulous. It's great to see.
Looks beautiful.
Just 360. Carpenter Park, I've had some people ask me about more playground equipment. I see we're spending a lot of TIF money on projects and stuff here today. I'd like to see more playground equipment at Carpenter Park. I don't know if anybody's been to Deakey Park in Huntley. It's quite a park, a lot of fun, great place to be.
Doing that.
I want to see Carpenter Park bigger. We got a huge park there. There's not enough playground equipment there for them. Something that some residents were concerned about or asked me about if I can comment on it. And I said I would. So let's do that. Thanks.
Thank you. Trustee Gupta. Nothing from me. Trustee Garcia.
Yes, last Sunday, Happy Birthday America Car Show and the AACA, the Antique Automobile Car of America, Club of America, had a joint car show at Carpenter Park. We had a total of 72 cars with a very nice display of different vehicles. The oldest vehicle in the field was a 1914 Ford Roadster. Roadster. And the newest one was a 2008 Mustang. It also was the 75th anniversary of that particular show. And this year is the 80th anniversary of the AACA. For that effect, we had 8 antique vehicles at the center of the park, one for each decade that this club has been together. We had some special awards were given out by our police chief, our fire chief, and one in behalf of President Skillman. But in all, it was a really nice event that had left a lot of happy people. A lot of new people came to the event, and we're looking forward for next year. We're still tallying the numbers and everything to get to the number of the donation the club is going to do for the special project we talked about before.
Mhm.
And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Trustee Malone.
No report this evening.
Thank you. Trustee Abbott.
Everything's going great in Carpentersville, and so I actually, for once, have no report.
Thank you. With that, Jamboree Day is August 7th and 8th, as Trustee Maniscalco said. That is 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
And the park opens at what time? 4 o'clock or
It'll be open at 4 on Friday.
4 o'clock
Yeah,
on
and then
Friday,
11 on
August 7th,
Saturday.
and 11 on August 8th. So Friday night, we have Trustee Abbott and his Scuba Kin Band will be opening up at 4:30, I believe.
4:30,
You guys
yep.
start playing, so so that'll be great, a great start, and it'll be a fun night. So Saturday also, big day on Saturday. So everybody, please try to be there, come out and support. We'll do something maybe Saturday night. Everybody will come out and we'll figure out a time between bands and stuff or something. Okay. So we'll talk, and yeah. With that being said, we have no other business tonight. I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
A motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
A second.
A motion and second, all in favor,
Aye.
opposed, meeting adjourned.